Welcome to part 3 of Is There Really a Conspiracy Against Raila Odinga? Now, in the first two parts of this series, we went very deeply into the background, went very deeply into the past to understand exactly where anybody would be talking about a conspiracy would be coming from, and we've covered that extensively. Now, in this particular episode, I want us to deal with the present, 2017. We are about to go into a general election, and once again, Raila Odinga is a major contender for the presidency. Okay, there are those who would say that he's a perpetual loser, that he always goes to any election, every election he goes to, he loses. But that is not completely accurate, because here in Kumekucha, I like being accurate. I like saying the truth, not propaganda, without fear or favor. Raila Odinga stood for the presidency, he first stood for the presidency in the year 1997. He lost, I think he came a distant fourth, okay? Actually, he came third, okay? Because there was President Moi Kibaki, and then Raila Odinga. Now, in the year 2002, Raila Odinga was not a candidate, but he rallied everybody behind Moi Kibaki. So Moi Kibaki won those elections, and technically Raila Odinga won those elections because he was the main campaign agent. You remember President Moi Kibaki was involved in a very serious road accident, and he could not even campaign. All the campaigning was done for him by Raila Odinga. Please don't get feelings. These are just cold facts I'm stating. Okay, from 2002 we go to 2007. We know what happened in 2007. Raila Odinga did not lose those elections. But 2013 is where we're going to disagree with a lot of people. I believe in 2013 there was interference with the elections, but in my view, and according to the information I have up to this minute, that interference did not change the outcome that significantly of that election. All the interference did was to give the winner the 50+1 they needed. So to be very honest, if we're going to talk about losing elections, Raila has lost elections twice. Shall we say lost elections in 1997? Definitely lost the election that year. And he also lost elections in 2013. That's my view. So to come and tell the people he always loses, that is not true. Okay? It's good to get the facts right. Indeed, it's interesting how Raila Odinga is a favorite punching bag of everybody, or rather a favorite punching bag of Jubilee, a favorite punching bag of PNU. Whoever is against him, they really fire barbs, and we know where they come from. I think by now you should, sustained propaganda over many years, and also it's a way of rallying your people around you, because when you rally anti-Raila forces, they tend to gather very quickly. Okay, that's what it really is. Now, as we go into this election, is there really a conspiracy against Raila Odinga? Can you examine what's going on in our political landscape? What is actually going on? Now, I've covered this in a previous recording. There are always the opposition, some certain individuals in the Jubilee Party. There's some certain individuals there who never lose an opportunity to fire barbs at Raila Odinga. A lot of these barbs are false information. Very few of them are factual. In fact, off the top of my head, I cannot think of a single factual barb that has been aimed at Raila Odinga. But this is politics. Politics thrives on propaganda. Politics thrives on painting your opponent in a certain way. Some people choose to play their politics that way, and this is the way Jubilee plays their politics. So that's okay. That's above board. It's politics. However, does this extend to a conspiracy? Actually, some very explosive information I have with me, which I have received over the last few days, would actually support that statement, that actually there is indeed a conspiracy against a Raila Odinga presidency. Okay, I'll repeat that again. Information I've received very recently seems to prove, okay, that there is a conspiracy. There is a plan, there is a strategy to ensure that Raila Odinga is never president of Kenya. Okay? Naturally, this information is of a highly sensitive nature, very sensitive. You will find it next to the notes of this video in Club 1999. So if you haven't joined Club 1999, just go over to the description area of this video on YouTube. You'll find all the details you need to join that particular club. Okay? Now, for the rest of us, now that we've been able to establish that indeed there's a conspiracy, maybe the next question is, will Raila survive? And maybe even a more important question, will Kenya survive? Now, those are two very important questions. I'm not a fortune teller. I cannot tell the future. However, what I can do is I can look at the past and try and give you an idea of what might happen. Now, make no mistake about it. Raila Odinga is a real survivor. Yeah? He's a serious survivor. I will just give you one example. In 1982, it was established that Raila Odinga was very heavily involved in the coup attempt to overthrow the government of at that time President Daniel Arap Moi. Okay? Now, we all know that there's only one punishment, there's only one sentence for a traitor in a country, okay, or somebody who's been involved in trying to overthrow the government. Of course, there are those who would argue that there was a kind of, this was kind of like a freedom fighting opportunity. These were freedom fighters, not traitors, but I'm not here to debate that, okay? What I'm here is to tell you of something amazing about Raila Odinga at that time, okay? Now, those involved in the coup were all hanged at Committee Maximum, including Senior Private Chuka, who was supposedly the leader of that coup. I say supposedly because, well, that's a story for another day. Yeah, all those involved were hanged. But Raila Odinga instead went into detention, and of course he was released. So what happened? How did Raila Odinga survive that? Again, this is a highly sensitive information. Those who have been with me longer already know the answer to that. Those newer to Kumekucha will probably not know the answer, but again, you'll be able to find it in Club 1999. But my point is, it illustrates that Raila Odinga is a survivor, and I would not rule out his surviving this very difficult situation that we're headed to, whereby we will have a situation whereby people do not want his presidency, meaning that everything will be done to ensure that he does not win the elections. And in the event that he does, it is very clear from the information I have in Club 1999 what will happen next. Okay, so I just suggest you become a member, find all that out. I think for now, thank you very much for your time. I think I've been able to answer the question concerning the conspiracy. I've been able to give enough background for you to be able to even make your own judgment. Even without my information, you can be able to make your own judgment whether or not there's a conspiracy. Okay, thank you very much for your time. This is Chris Kumekucha. Until next time.